Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast, episode 211. And coming up on this one, game 2 in Boston, and the Leafs come away with a huge 3-2 win, and they tied the series at 1, heading back to TO for games 3 and 4. Where's the offense? Well, a couple of the big boys finally decided to show up tonight in a huge way, and we got one segment tonight. Basically, the whole game was saved by the stash. All this and more on 211 of the Tip In podcast.
We got a series. We're back in it, baby. Let's hit the intro.
Matthews, a shot, scores! Austin Matthews has hit 69! It's never sounded so sweet!
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast. I'm Chad.
I'm Dale.
So I just want to welcome all our new subscribers because we gained a shitload of subscribers after the last episode. So if you're tuning in, thanks. And all the people left comments, thank you. It was all great. All the discussions going on after the last YouTube video. A lot of trolls on there. The people who come out and they're just like, losers, you'll be golfing soon, yada, yada, yada.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta love it.
Yep, for sure, man. What else would you expect, right?
Yeah.
What
But hey,
else would you expect?
Hey, man, huge 3-2 win. Huge 3-2 win. I mean, haven't beat the Bruins in 8 games, hadn't had a lead all season, and they come out with that performance, and it was awesome.
No, absolutely massive. Had to have it. Like, there's no doubt in my mind they had to have it tonight. You go down 2-0 against these cats and not looking good. If they would have had to win 4 of the next 5, not looking good. But now you're going home with a split.
It's a best of 5 now, baby.
Best of 5. You finally beat these guys for the first time in fucking forever. You had a lead. Like, it's everything, they had to have it. And they found a way to get it done. And I liked their game tonight. I liked a lot of things about their game. A few things, not so much. A couple things here and there, but overall, very impressive. Where do you want to go first? I think I would like to go here first.
Okay. Yeah, you take it, man.
Gonna go over the game, the whole thing, break it down 100%. But I just think the Bruins goalie switch, absolutely insane. I think that was an absolutely insane move.
Although Allmark played amazing tonight.
Okay. No, you can't put the loss on him. No, not. It was a close game. Let's be honest. Could have went either way. It was a tight game for sure. Playoff game, all that. I understand it. But it's still a crazy move in my mind.
Yeah.
When you win game 1 with Swayman and he looks fucking really, really sharp, why the fuck do you make that change if you're the Bruins going into game 2? Why? Like, why do that? Why? Look at us. Samsonov, not the best. Go back with Sammy, stands on his fucking head for the most part.
I know. Isn't it crazy that after game 1, when Swayman was unbelievable and Samsonov was not the best, the talk was, who's going to play net in Boston? Like, or who's going to play net for Boston in the next game? Like, that shouldn't have been a question. I get it, but I said in the last podcast, it could be like a mental thing, right? Like, if you put in Allmark, it could fuck with the chemistry of the team if they lose that game, and that's kind of what happened tonight.
I guess, I don't think he cost them the game, not by any stretch, but I just think it's a crazy, I know the Bruins have been doing this for all season, alternating these guys, so I get it. But come playoff time, is that, you want to be fucking with that?
Last year they tried it, right? Last year they did the rotating back and forth, and then when it got to playoffs time, they played Allmark until they started to lose to Florida, and then they started Swayman in game 7.
Swayman only got 1 game.
Yeah, so I think this year they were probably like, well, we're just going to keep it going back and forth. Like the coach said, they made the decision weeks ago, but I did find it crazy because if that was the Leafs, if if we were doing a podcast right now where they had won game 1 and Samsonov stood on his head and made 36 saves, and then they lost game 2 and they started Wall, we would be talking about it.
Of course.
We'd be like, why did they do that?
Of course, 100%. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Anyway, whatever.
I mean, Allmark, didn't he win the Vezina last year? Like,
yeah, I believe
not
he
a
did.
bad guy to put in net.
No, of course not. Of course not. But I don't like the idea of like fucking with something that's working. I just don't understand it. I just don't personally understand it. But like, whatever.
But hey, it worked for us.
Yeah, it's all good. Retrospect, like I don't give a fuck who they put in net. Like they're both good goalies, like 100%. But Swayman's had the Leafs number this year, and the Leafs finally beat the Bruins. They finally score more than 2 goals in a playoff game. They finally have a lead for the first time in however long against the Bruins, and it's the other guy in net. So it's just not a great look for them coming out of this one, but whatever. Fuck them anyway. Who cares? So, okay, before we get to the game, what's up with Willie, man? What's up with this cat, dude?
No idea.
What's going on? He's in Boston. He's skating. He was skating yesterday, like on the day off. He's skating this morning. Not like he's out there skating. Why isn't he playing? What's going on here? Like, what the fuck is going on with this guy where he's able to lace him up and get out on the ice and, you know, do some drills or what I don't know what he's testing out.
No idea, man.
What the fuck is this?
The biggest hockey insiders in the business have no idea what's going on. Nobody knows.
I'm going to let a little cat out of the bag right now.
Oh, you know?
Well, I don't know for sure, but I did hear on Overdrive this afternoon, they had Chris Johnston on, and he said that he believes he's been sniffing around it a little bit. He hasn't
always sniffing.
He hasn't got confirmation or anything like this, but he's been sniffing around it, and he believes that there is some type of upper body injury at play here.
Upper body?
Yeah. Did you catch that or no?
I did catch that.
So, you know,
you think it's back?
I don't know. I don't know, whatever you want to take from that. Like, I'm not sure. But to me, it just seems like, okay, like if you don't have anything that's broken or you don't have anything that's like torn or whatever, why the fuck aren't you playing, dude? Like, it's the playoffs. We need you. Get out there and fucking play. Like, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you doing? It leaves a bit of a sour. Like, I know they won and whatever. I'm not going to shit on this.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. Like, you've heard a million stories of guys like freezing injuries, playing with broken bones, sprained ankles, all that shit in the playoffs. And this guy's out skating, doing drills, but can't play in the game.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
I'm expecting him to be in game 3.
He fucking better be. Like, what's he doing?
I don't know.
Like, we need you, man. Like, 11.5. Here we go, Willie. Like, fucking get in the fucking lineup and contribute to trying to help this team fucking win to beat these fucking guys.
But listen, anyway. you got the win tonight without Nylander. Huge win. Hopefully he's back for game 3. No idea what's going on, but it is a positive that at least he's on the ice skating. Like, he's got to be close to game ready.
But like they were again, like if he's able to do that, then why can't you play? What are you doing? Like, he's not wearing a no contact jersey or whatever.
But he didn't take part in the line rushes and
I know
power
that
play and all that.
I know that.
I don't know. Nobody knows. I mean, everybody's talking about it. Everywhere you turn, they're talking about William Nylander and what the hell's going on.
Well, because it's such a fucking mystery, right? Like, what's going on with this fucking guy?
The best I heard was Martin Biron had he did the last game and he showed a few highlights talking about William Nylander, how he was buzzing. Then he took a little bit of a hit in the game. And then for the rest of the game in the Tampa game, he just kind of mailed it in. And we all thought, because Keefe said after, oh, he's mailing it in because he's done with the regular season. But maybe he was mailing it in because he had a bit of an injury. But we don't know.
Okay.
And we'll never know until the playoffs are over.
Yeah, I suppose so. Anyway, Willie, fucking figure your shit out and hopefully get back in there for game 3 because we need you back in there, man. Like, we
got
need
a
this guy.
Series now, man.
Need this guy back in there big time. Anyway, Sheldon Keefe, decides to go with the same lineup, same lines, no changes, nothing. Samsonov gets the start again in net, and he was awesome. Couple little hiccups here and there, which I'll cover when I go to the game, but like overall, Samsonov, holy fuck, night and day compared to game one or what? This guy was making some dynamite fucking saves in this hockey game. Yeah. Like, what can you say? Like, I mean, how nice was it to see? Because I didn't know what to expect going in here. I'm like, what guy are we getting? Are we getting like, is he going to let in a 4-pack or is he letting in 1 or 2 and going to make some big time saves? And lucky for us tonight, we got the latter. He made some huge fucking saves in this hockey game, and he's a big reason why they won this hockey game. So I just want to give a shout out to Samsonov off the top, because I don't think we were like super crazy, like down, like ripping him hard last podcast, but like,
no, but we were pointing out the obvious. There were saves that should have been made.
Make a save, right? Like, just make a save, dude. You can't let in 4 in a playoff game and fucking win. You can't do it. You just can't do it. So
I know he was great tonight. Absolutely great. And that's all you need. But that is always going to be the gamble when you have Samsonov as your starting goalie, is you're either going to get that Samsonov or you're going to get the 4-packer.
But that's just the thing. But if we could string together a few of these,
we'll
then
win the series.
I like their chances here, because I'm going to be honest with you. Before I break down this game, I don't think Boston has brought their A game, or I don't really even know what Boston's A game is anymore. I know Pasternak and Marchand, but beyond that, and I know McElroy back on the blue line and all that. McAvoy, sorry, whatever. And obviously very strong in net. I understand, like, they've got some deep pieces there. Yeah. But the truth is like, you shut down Pasternak and you shut down Marchand, there's not a lot there, man. There's really not.
Well, let's be perfectly honest about the Boston Bruins. They were a tear, winning everything for October, November, December. But since January, they built up a huge pack of points in those early months. But since January,
and still found a way to lose the fucking division.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a conspiracy for another day. But since January, man, they've been not a mediocre team. They've just been a good team.
Yeah.
Had they played the way they've played the last 4 months for the whole season, they probably would have been in the Leafs position or a wild card spot.
Dude, like, to me, I guess what I'm just trying to say here is, like, I don't think they played their best game in game 1, and the Leafs could have won that game. They just, whatever, fucking typical.
I don't think the Leafs have played their best.
No, they haven't. But typical Leafs, the Leafs looked a lot better tonight. But in game 1, in typical Leafs fashion, they just, whatever. They're in their own heads. They're in their own heads. They didn't get the saves. They couldn't bury the puck. Whatever. Tonight, a lot better. Not perfect by any means, but definitely a step in the right direction for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I like their chances going forward here. If the Leafs continue to get stronger here, like, to me, just to sum this up, like, I just think Boston looks like a beatable team. If the Leafs play the way they're able to play, Boston looks like a beatable team to me. Do you not, like, you agree with that, right? Like, are you seeing anything out there by the Bruins that's like, oh, we can't beat these guys?
No, but I think what the Bruins do better than the Leafs is capitalize on mistakes. So you're going to beat yourself. And that's exactly what happened tonight in the game. I mean, the stupid penalty by McCabe. You can't do that. And then just mistakes, and they capitalize on them. But other than that, 5-on-5 in this series so far, even with a 5-1 loss in game 1, the Leafs have been the better team 5-on-5.
Yeah, sure. Totally agree. All right, I'm going to go.
The Bruins have a heavy edge in goal.
So I've got a few things for, like, after I rip the recap here, but I'm going to rip a quick recap, and you stop me anytime you want to add in how you feel or how you felt. But basically, here's what went down in a nutshell. I thought the Leafs had a good start again to this game. I'm really liking the physical aspect to their game. This is not something we've seen. Like, I'm not talking just, well, I guess I'm not talking just Benoit and Reeves and Domi and Bertuzzi. It seems to be like Tavares is banging a little bit more. Like, I know Nyes is getting knocked around a bit.
But like, what, 8 hits tonight?
For sure.
He was a beast out there.
He is Yeah, he doesn't like hitting shoulder to shoulder because he's got bad shoulders, right? But he's gotten really good at like his ass in first. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he likes hitting with his ass a lot, so I don't mind seeing that. But anyway, no, there's just in general just the physical like.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, man. They're the first game I think they went over the top and they were trying to be really tough, but tonight you're right. They don't back down, but they played more Toronto style hockey with a little toughness added in. And from everybody from top to bottom,
100%.
except one guy.
Well, who are we talking about here?
I'm talking about Mitch Marner.
Yeah, Mitch.
There was a play in the second period. I know you're going to do the recap here, but there was a play in the second period where he was behind the net and the puck rolled around the boards. So it was heading towards the blue line and he went after it and he was there. He had that puck and the Boston player was coming in and he skated back around and went to the other side. Boston got it, cleared the zone. I'm like, you get that puck, you take the hit and you keep cycling it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that makes me mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to, in the playoffs, you just have to make those plays. And he's not quite there yet.
No, he's not. But not a terrible game by Mitch, but no. I know what you're saying.
Things like that. Like I know he doesn't like to get hit, but
no.
In the playoffs, you just got to get hit. It just has to happen. But anyway, you going to do the recap?
Yeah, I am. So halfway through the first period, so this is what you were alluding to previously. McCabe takes a fucking bonehead, stupid cross-checking penalty after the whistle. The play, nothing play, whatever. Like, just absolutely stupid. Putting the Leafs down a man. So the Bruins are on the power play here. Kampf had a chance to clear it, but didn't. Like, the puck was right in front of him. He could have cleared it, no problem. I don't know what the fuck happened there. He didn't clear it.
That's what I'm saying. You make mistakes, Boston capitalizes.
Leads to a Boston goal. Clearly, literally fucking 30 seconds later, it was in the back of the net. The Bruins let it 1-0. I'm thinking, oh, fuck, here we go again. Like,
he thought Liljegren was going to take it?
I think Marner was the guy.
No,
there.
It was Liljegren.
I think it was Mitch, man.
I'm almost positive it was Liljegren.
I'll have to go back and watch that again, but I'm pretty sure it was Mitch. I'm pretty sure it was Mitch.
Liljegren's another guy that I might take out of the lineup for game
what the
3,
fuck is he even doing out there killing penalties anyway?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it was Liljegren and he left it. But I mean, why are you even just fucking clear it?
No, I know. Anyway, crazy, whatever. That led to the opening goal of the game. Bruins 1-0 on the power play. I'm thinking, oh, fuck. Here we go again. But no, 20 seconds later, Leafs come down. Matthews rips one off the crossbar. And what's Domi doing? Hanging out in front of the net in the blue paint. And he just bangs it home to tie it 1-1, literally 20 seconds after the Bruins just scored on the power play. Absolutely incredible. Last minute of the first period, Samsonov, a chance to cover it for a whistle, decides not to. He decides to play the puck instead into the corner.
Another mistake.
Bruins end up getting the puck back, and they get a shot up high in the head area of Samsonov. Whistle blew. But he looked like he was clearly shaken, like his mask goes off, and he's typical Samsonov fashion. He looks like he's shaken up, and the camera pans to wall on the bench. Like, okay, here we go. Like, is he coming out right now or what? But he did not. But off the very next face-off, the Bruins win the draw, gets it to Pasternak right in the slot. He rips it past Samsonov. Yeah. Leafs give up a goal in the last minute of the first period, and the Bruins let it 2-1 going into the second.
I'll just say that I saw on Twitter a lot of people were blaming Marner on that 8-second goal or whatever, but it was everybody on the ice. Like, nobody gave that extra effort to just fucking get that.
But it was Marner's guy.
It was Marner's guy, yeah, but
let him go right to the
fucking plays along the boards. There were other things. JT. There were just things happening. It was just a bad overall effort. Like, I know there's only 8 seconds on the clock, but you got to play till the end of the period, boys.
No, for sure. So anyway, whatever. Okay, so Bruins let it 2-1 after the first period. We go to the second period. It looks like the Leafs finally get a power play goal by Bertuzzi, but no.
Hi, Dick.
Overturn for a high stick, remained 2-1 Boston. And the Leafs power play remained non-existent. Or did it? Because JT gets the puck on the same power play right in the slot, and he decides to, he's got the shooter's mentality going in this series. I don't know if you've noticed that or not, but it seems like every time he has the puck on his stick, he's not even looking for anybody. He's just looking at the fucking net and ripping it on the fucking net.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it too. JT, man, what can you say? So he rips it, power play goal. So they finally get a fucking power play goal. So JT's goal ties it at 2. And yeah, they finally get a power play goal. It's tied at 2 after the second period, 2-2 going into the third. Back and forth early in the third, whatever, nothing really cooking. And then, man, we haven't had one of these in fucking forever. 34 gets a breakaway. Ends up being the game winner. There's 7 minutes left, and we are talking saved by the Stache. How long's it been? Like 69 goals. We probably missed a few saved by the Stashes along
We did.
the way.
Yeah, we did. We did. We missed a few this season. But ladies and gentlemen,
None bigger than this one right here.
tonight we were saved by the Stache.
Cause I'm saved by the It's alright. Cause I'm saved by the It's alright. Cause I'm saved by the
Stache.
Domi. Nice little play up to Matthews. Sees him just kind of skirting past the Boston defenseman. Breakaway. Austin Matthews. 7 minutes left. Game on his stick. Makes no mistake. Incredible fucking deke. Upstairs on Allmark. This was fucking classic Austin Matthews right here. And he was very happy that he fucking popped this puppy home. His first of the series and the Leafs' first lead of the series. 3-2 Leafs at this time. First lead they've had against the Bruins all season long. Ends up being the game winner. The Leafs hang on for the 3-2 win. They tied this series at 1 game apiece, heading back to Toronto for game 3 on Wednesday night. Saved by the Stache, Austin Matthews. Chad, what a fucking goal. What a goal. I jumped off the couch. I jumped off the couch.
I jumped out the window, rolled down the backyard. But listen, not just the goal. I believe this whole game we were saved by the Stache. This felt like an Austin Matthews game. He was a beast tonight.
I think he had 2. I think he had 2 assists and a goal.
Yeah, he was all over it. He was hitting. He was good on the draws. He was great defensively. And then he scored on the breakaway. That is a all-star game. That is a star player, an elite player being like, get on my back, boys. I'm taking you to the fucking finish line. And what was scary was the Leafs penalty kill has been so shit. And in the dying minutes, Bertuzzi taps Marchand on the back of the leg. And I actually... We have video of right now of Brad Marchand getting hit in the leg by Bertuzzi. This was awful. I thought he may never play again, but here's the video.
Ah! 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 Ah!
Okay, luckily Brad Marchand's okay, because I was really worried about him on the ice.
Well, when you're down that long holding the knee, I mean, you really think something's going on there. But,
I don't understand some of the calls. Like, that was a love tap.
Oh, yeah.
And he got taken out. But anyway, that worried the shit out of you because the way their penalty kill is, I'm like, if ever you can kill a penalty, now is the time to do it.
You see Bertuzzi and Marchand at the end of the game, too? Like, at the very end of the game?
Yeah, like, chirping each other.
Oh, yeah.
Bertuzzi's just telling them, like, you fucking.
Yeah. Bertuzzi's like, fuck you, man. Like, whatever, dude. Like, we're coming for you, motherfuckers. So get ready. But
can't believe that. Like, I get it that you try to draw penalties and stuff like that, but that's embarrassing on Marchand's
yeah,
on his behalf. That
but
is
that's what he does, man. That's what he
okay.
does.
He's a pest, sure.
No,
But to
like,
go down like that and hold your
that's
leg,
what he
it's
does.
an embarrassment.
He's looking for a call. He's thinking. I'm talking about going into next game. He's like, look at what they did. Look at poor me. Blah blah blah. Like he's
Okay,
thinking.
but do
He's
not
already
think the
thinking
refs-
game
do
3.
not
He's
think the
already
refs
thinking.
go back and look at the tape. They're gonna go back and look at the tape and be like, "Oh Jesus, that's fucking embarrassing. We made that call. That is,
I don't know.
100%
Do you think the
that
refs
play
go back
happens
and
a million times in a game?
do you think the refs go back and look at the tapes, like the
I
calls
hope
that they missed and shit? Do you think
I
they
hope
do, or do you think they just wash? I don't know if the refs do that, man.
Well, they've seen enough hockey that I don't know. I'll send them that play so they can watch it again.
They should be watching the fucking film, but I'm not convinced they are, because if they did watch the film, imagine how many calls they would be like, "Oh, miss
Well,
that
even
one,
even
miss
the
that
McCabe,
one."
even the McCabe penalty, like yeah, it was a cross check,
It's a
and
fucking playoff game.
exactly that play happens so many times during the game. After every whistle, someone's getting cross checked in the back. It happens all the time. But the Marchand thing
I
is
know.
he sold it in a fucking embarrassing way, and I was just like, okay, all right. Well, here we go. We got to kill a penalty, and I thought they were going to score and we were going to have overtime, but luckily that didn't happen, and they won 3-2.
No, and Sammy, but I hear you. That was some great footage of Marchand, by the way. I'm glad that we were able to get that in.
I was
last
worried
night.
about him. He was down for a while, and
Yeah.
honest to God, I'm not quite sure, but I'm pretty sure he grabbed the wrong knee when he went down on me.
I fucking wouldn't doubt it, man.
He forgot which one got hit because it hurt.
I wouldn't doubt it. But anyway, so Leafs win at 3-2, saved by the stash. Austin Matthews, man, that breakaway goal like that. If he can build off of that, I think we're in really good shape here. I got to give shout out to, I know we're running a bit late here, but I got a couple things. Got to give a shout out to Domi and Bertuzzi. I thought were really just that top line in general, but specifically again, Domi and Bertuzzi. The first goal by Domi, banging away at it in the blue paint. I absolutely fucking
Where?
Yeah, I know, right in front of the net, right?
Where?
So I
In
know
the blue paint. Wow.
I know.
You had
Imagine
your right winger in the blue paint. Imagine
I know.
that.
Yeah, what a concept. I know. Imagine that. Imagine burying a goal, like a really important goal, because you went to the front of the fucking net. In the playoffs. Imagine that concept.
And watch that goal again, refs, because guess what? He was getting whacked in the legs with sticks.
Dude.
Managed to score the goal.
But like all of a sudden, like, and I know we talked about this like leading up to the playoffs, but I'm just going to reiterate it here. Like the tree living signings of Domi and Bertuzzi and Reeves and Benoit and whatever, like they're helping. They're helping. Like
that fourth line
was the fourth line. I was gonna touch on the fourth line. The fourth line for the first half of this game, I thought looked like the best line that the Leafs had cooking. They were in the offensive.
No answer for it.
They were in the offensive zone the entire time they were fucking on the they weren't really creating it. They had chances, like they weren't.
But you don't care if they score. They are playing exactly how a fourth line should play. They're getting it in. They're cycling it. They're on the puck. They're hitting. They're keeping it in the offensive zone. This Duer's been doing his job 100%. Like,
another great pickup.
Awesome. And I think him and Camp, for having Reeves on the line, you kind of feel like you can do that.
Oh my God! If I played on a line with Ryan Reeves,
Pat Maroon, a lot of the time is playing against that line, but they're not afraid of him because Reeves could actually kick the shit out of Pat.
Of course. And the Leafs have not had that in seasons past, so it's very interesting. But I was going to get to the fourth line. I thought, like I said, probably their best line the first half of the game. I was just the way they kept Boston hemmed in their own end, like every time on the ice. It's very interesting. Like just those three guys, like just the way that this.
It's not so that Duer is more noticeable than Mitch Marner. That ain't good. That ain't. No. I am waiting for Marner to explode and just have a game here.
Well, he fucking better.
Yeah,
he fucking better. But anyway, shout out to Domi and Bertuzzi. I liked Bertuzzi. Like, I know he had the one goal called back, but just his overall presence was, you notice him every time he's on the ice.
Yeah, man.
You notice him every time he's on the ice. So shout out to Domi and Bertuzzi. That top line, again, really good. And Tavares and Matthews, Tavares getting the tying goal to tie it at 2, and Matthews getting the game winner 3-2. So we finally get some of the big boys showing up. And, I would say tonight, contributions, like not everybody was great, but there was a lot of good contributions up and down the lineup. I'm sure you agree.
Yeah, I agree. JT, I mean, I still don't think he's playing amazing.
No.
But I can tell that he's giving it everything he has.
Yep. He's not cheating you on effort. He's definitely not. So, no,
or some other guys might be.
I think there's a lot of good things to look forward to there. I will say this. So, like, I don't want to go super negative here or anything like that, but like going into tonight, 8 playoff games in a row where the Leafs scored 2 goals or less. They finally, going back to Florida last year, going back to game 6 and game 5 in Tampa of last year.
Yeah.
So even though they won that series, they only popped 2 goals in those final 2 games. So going back to Tampa,
Matthews hadn't scored in 6 games, 6 playoff games.
I know.
He needed to get that monkey off his back.
Yeah. Oh man, did he love that goal? He was fucking jacked for that.
I said when I was watching the game, I'm like, if Matthews scores tonight, watch out. Because I think for the rest of the series, this guy is just going to be on fire. Because I feel like he just had a monkey on his back. Like, I can't score in the playoffs. I can't. And then he did it. And I'll also say this. If Domi had been on his line for the last 2 games, he hit 70.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, I think you're probably right. He would have fed on the puck. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
But who was on that line instead for the last couple of games?
Mitch, who just wasn't.
I know. I don't know how this turned into a shit on Mitch.
I'm not shitting. I hope people don't take that the wrong way. I'm not shitting on Mitch. I think Mitch is going to break out in this series at some point. I really do. I just think tonight, what I saw from him, backing away from hits, not really getting in there. Like we said, Domi scores a goal. Where is he? He's in the blue paint with fucking guys cross-checking him in the back, but he got the goal.
Yeah.
And Mitch has just got to do. If he does that, he'll be one of the best players in this series if he just sacrifices himself. Got to do it.
Couldn't agree more. Last couple things before we get out of here. Just special teams again. Like, I know that they did get a power play goal tonight, but I just think that I want to still see a little more urgency to their power play. To me, it's still like I think
it misses Nylander.
Well, okay, but even if Willie's there, like I just want to see a little more urgency on their power play. I just think that would be nice. And obviously, still, like, they did kill some penalties tonight, but they also still did allow a power play goal. So I don't know. Like,
But you know what? If you want to take the positive out of that, they killed the most important penalty. The one in the third period with 6 minutes left, they killed that one.
You're right.
So
You're right.
If I'm the coach, I'm like, great penalty kill. Take that into game 3.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, I'm not going super negative on either one of those things. All I'm saying is, like, I just would like to see a little more urgency on their power play, and I think their penalty kill could be a lot better and is going to need to be a lot better. Anyway,
did you notice the penalty kill in the third period when it was desperate to make that kill because you had the 1-goal lead? The word urgency is a perfect word. It was urgent. They were just taking it, dumping it, taking it, dumping it. I don't care how you do it. Just play simple like that. 100%. As long as you're killing penalties, nobody gives a shit. So,
last thing I'm going to say here tonight, I guess, before we bounce out of here is that, and look, like, win's a win. I'm glad they got this because I would be, if they didn't tie this up going back to Toronto, I would be feeling this would have been a lot different, like, podcast than we ended up doing here.
But it is tied.
Still room for improvement is what I'm going to say here. And I think specifically just going to go to the back end here, and it's one guy, and I think you know who I'm going to say.
Liljegren.
No, because I don't expect that much from Liljegren. I'm talking about
Liljegren was awful tonight.
Okay, like maybe he comes out. I don't know, maybe not. But like I'm talking about Rielly. I don't think Rielly was terrible, but I don't think he had a good regular season, and it's kind of the first 2 playoff games. I haven't seen a ton out of him. Like considering what we saw last year in the first round against Tampa, this guy was like a vital piece of or part of why they beat fucking Tampa Bay. This guy was incredible. So like, I don't know what is going on with Morgan Rielly, but there needs to be more there. Like, I'm not going to shit on him. Like, I'm willing to give him some time here and whatever, but he needs to elevate his game to, like, we can't go on a run with him playing like this. It's gotta be better.
It's a best of 5 series now, and we need Morgan Rielly to be our number 1 defenseman. I will say this: he took the puck off his heel, off his ankle, something, off his skate, and he looked kind of in discomfort.
Blocked a shot early.
Yeah, he blocked a shot early. He looked in discomfort for the rest of the game. So I don't know if that was kind of nagging him, but I'm not worried about Rielly, because I think when they get home and they have the last change and stuff, I think it'll benefit him. But I also think he's just like Marner. The two of them are due. Like you said, has Boston played their A game yet? We don't know. But if Toronto can get those guys going, we haven't played our A game yet.
That's right.
Once you get those guys going, then we'll see who wins this fucking series, man.
It should be interesting now. Like, it seems like this series is going to go deep. I think it's going to go deep again. Like, I don't see it being over in 5, 6. Like, it looks like, 6 or 7. That's what I see probably happening here. I still think it's a coin flip. That's what I really do think. But I feel good about the Leafs' chances. I really do. As long as they play up to their fucking capability, what they can fucking. We can't have another game 1. That's got to be fucking over. Like, we cannot have another game 1.
You handed Boston a game.
Exactly.
You started this series down a game because you were stupid in game 1.
Exactly. Last thing, go ahead. I
was just going to say, my positive signs from tonight were you didn't have William Nylander. Mitch Marner didn't play great. Liljegren was bad. Morgan Rielly wasn't on his game. And you still got the win. And Austin Matthews was in beast mode. And I'm sorry, but if I'm doing a Boston Bruins podcast right now, I'm a little scared that Austin Matthews is getting into beast mode, because Pasternak's not in beast mode. Marchand's not in beast mode. This motherfucker's in beast mode.
Should I don't disagree with you. It should be interesting though. Game 3, they're going to go back to Swayman, or what's this? Is that a
Swayman?
name?
Yeah, Swayman.
Yeah, like, so that's, I think we're in for a long fight here. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But I think if the Leafs play up to their potential, and maybe actually probably a little bit above that is what we're actually going to really need here, I think they can beat the fucking Boston Bruins, and they should beat the fucking Boston Bruins, because it's about fucking time that they do beat the Boston Bruins. I don't know if I can handle another fucking playoff loss to the Bruins. But last thing,
like you say, it's a coin flip.
It is.
It really 100%. Could go either way. Both teams have great players, and they got better goaltending.
Well, not tonight, but yes,
Allmark was good.
He was good. Sammy was really good too. Anyway, okay, so it's coin flip for sure. I 100%
coin flip.
Last thing I'm going to say, I was going to actually text you this before the game, but I'm just like, I didn't want to jinx it. I didn't want to whatever, so I just decided not to. But this is 100% true. I was doing a little bit of just spring cleaning out on my balcony. I was just like going through some stuff that I had like stored out there and whatever. And I came across, I got some old twigs out there, some old hockey sticks, some old twigs. And what's that?
Yeah, mine?
I don't think so. I don't know. Okay. Yours? What does that even mean?
I don't know. Do you have one of my hockey sticks? I seem to lose them all the time.
No, I don't think so. I shoot right. I shoot right, man.
Oh, right. I'm a lefty. I'm a lefty.
But I came across an old twig that I've had for, this will tell you how long I've had it for. I picked up this puppy just randomly tonight before the game, like half hour before the game. I'm like looking, like trying to clear out some stuff off my balcony. Pick up this fucking old twig, wooden twig. So you know how old it is there.
Ooh.
Not composite, wooden twig. And what's the first fucking name I see on this twig?
Can I guess? Joe Sakic.
No.
Okay.
All it says is Roberts.
Oh, wow. Really old.
And this was the first one I picked up a half hour before the puck dropped. And I'm like, oh my God, that's got to be a sign. I didn't even know I had a Roberts fucking stick out there. So now I've taken that out of the bunch, out of the pile from the other ones, and
You're so superstitious.
and now I've got it inside, like sitting beside the TV.
Like that's gonna make a difference.
Well, they won. They won.
They won because you found a wooden Gary Roberts stick
but
on your balcony.
that goes through my mind.
I
Right?
know,
I'm like,
I know.
oh my God, Roberts. Like, what are the chances I just found this Robert? I didn't even know I had a Robert stick. So I'm just telling you, I was going to text you. I was going to take a picture of it and be like, look what I just fucking found on my balcony. But anyway, just saying. Could be a sign. Maybe not. But maybe Gary Roberts, the last time they went on a really serious run, Roberts.
Oh, he was the man.
You know? So.
All right. I'll take it. Don't leave that stick. Don't touch it.
Oh, no.
Leave it in a
got it.
spot.
I've got it.
All right. Well, just before we go, speaking of wooden sticks, do you remember when we played men's league? And just a few years ago, me and Dale played men's league together. I still use a wooden stick. Don't laugh at me. And we showed up, and it's a bunch of 19 and 20-year-old guys. And the whole game, I got chirped for using a wooden stick. I could even walking afterwards. We're having beers in the parking lot, and they're nice kids. But they just made fun of me for using a wooden stick.
Yeah. Like, you know how old school you are when you're using a fucking wooden twig, right? Like,
well, come on.
It's so old school, man.
It's got to be like 45 pounds in my hand, or it just doesn't feel like a stick. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, for the Tip in Maple Leafs podcast, we will be back after Game 3, where hopefully the Leafs take a 2-1 series lead, but we'll find out Wednesday. Don't forget to follow us on social media at the Tip and Maple Leafs podcast, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Tip and Podcast on TikTok, Tip and Pod on Twitter. Email us tipandpodcast@gmail.com. Thank you to all our new subscribers on YouTube. And if you're just checking us out right now for the first time, well, fucking hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment, get the discussion going down there. I'm Chad.
I'm Dale.
And we will.
100%, guys. Like Chad said, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening on the audio podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video. It helps us out a lot. And please subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you along for the ride here with us for which will be hopefully a long, deep run for the Leafs into the spring. We'll see what happens on Wednesday night when they return home for Game 3 against the Bruins. I cannot wait. We're back in it, baby. We'll catch you guys later.